Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. How are you, Avril?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
Good. I remember Avril so sweet. She came to Last Chance Summer Dance one time when your career was first starting out. And I don't know if you remember this, but we gave you some art supplies and said, draw something so we can auction it for charity.
Outside, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I totally remember that.
And you drew like a little vase with flowers.
Oh, cool.
Do you remember that?
I remember that. Wow.
And she was so sweet, and it was so funny because we gave her this, and Avril's like, well, this is something different. So she sat down at a table and spent like 15 minutes, and you looked kind of like Charlie Brown writing a letter. You had your tongue hanging out of the side of your mouth. You're concentrating. And we sold it for like $500 and gave the money to charity. So
that's awesome.
Cool. How have you been since then, Avril? Good?
That was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, wasn't it?
I was on my first album, so it's probably like 17 or 18 at that point.
Isn't that funny? How old are you now? Are you...
I'm 25.
Wow. And life has changed a lot for you since then. You're out on your first tour. I mean, you're like an old pro at this now, right?
I have a clothing line, and I'm working on my 4th record, and I have a fragrance. So I've had like a lot of fun stuff happen.
What does your fragrance smell like? What would you say?
Black Star.
And what would you say that it smells like?
It's fruity and floral. Yeah, it smells good.
Now, when you do these fragrances, do you have a say? It's like, I want to smell like fruity, floral, or woodsy, or do you say I want to smell like roses? What do you...
Yes, I do. And believe it or not, it takes 2 years.
Really?
I'm working on my second one right now. I work with Procter & Gamble on my fragrances, and there's so much that goes into it. It's unreal.
So you probably thought...
The name, the box, and then you come up with a story for the names. My first one was called Black Star, and the theme was all about reaching for the stars and following your dreams, and then I wrote like a little song for it, and shooting the campaigns and the commercials and coming up with the box, and they do like all this testing with everything, and they go through it, and just a lot of back and forth. But it's very interesting process.
Can you sing a little bit of the song that you wrote for it?
At this hour? Not so much.
That's a no, I guess. Then the clothing line, tell me about the clothing line too.
It's called Abidon, and I chose that name because that was my nickname when I was growing up from my dad.
Abidon, why Abidon?
Abidon, it was a street name. I don't know, he just started calling me that. I was Abby. All my friends would call me Abby. And I actually just got a tattoo the other day that says Abidon, because it has a lot of meanings to me.
Yeah, that's very sweet.
Anyway, so the clothing line came out probably about 1.5 years ago or so, and it's at Kohl's in the U.S. exclusively. So it was very exciting. Also, just designing clothes, and every 8 weeks there's a new delivery there. So it's a constant design process, and very cool. I got to literally make anything I wanted, and I wear my clothes all the time. Fun stuff. Yeah.
Is there also an Alice in Wonderland themed Abidon collection right now? Because you did some of the music for Alice in Wonderland.
There's one coming out, and so anyway, I'm talking to you guys today because I wrote the song for Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, and how that came about actually was I was doing an Abidon inspired Alice in Wonderland collection for one of the deliveries at Kohl's. So there's I was at the Disney offices taking a meeting, going through Alice in Wonderland clips and designs, and when I was there, I said to Disney, I'm writing for my album right now. Would you guys like me to write the song for the movie? And they said, oh, we'll go check with Tim Burton. And then I got a call back from Disney. They said, go for it, write the song, give it a shot or whatever. And I got off the phone and I jumped on the piano and started coming up with some ideas. And then I went in and I met with Tim, and he was awesome, and he played me some clips from his film, and the film looks great. And
it's really dark, right? Because it's not like the Disney movie version of it. It's a dark looking film, right?
Yeah, it's like it's not too dark, but it's on the darker side. It's very Tim Burton, and it's really cool. Yeah, and then he just I gave him a copy of the song when I finished it, and then he called me and said he loved it, and it was perfect for his film, and that he was going to put it at the end.
So can we hear this song before? We got to wait till the movie comes out.
It's called Alice. No, you can hear it. It's out.
Yeah, we have it too.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we have it.
Okay.
And so I wrote this song with Tim Burton in mind and his film. So I wrote it on the piano for like a moodier feel, and it's on the darker side, but it's cool. And I just saw the video for it the other day. My take of Wonderland.
Right.
That's fun. Have you always been a fan of Alice in Wonderland?
It's funny because when I have, yes, and when I heard that they were making the movie, I don't know if it was 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I was like, I want to be a part of that. And they'd already done all their casting, and it's just funny how things happen. I'm like, well, actually, now I am a part of the movie, kind of.
You know, that's cool because you mentioned a little while ago, said, and so Disney called me and asked me to write a song for their movie. And it's like, wow. I mean,
that doesn't happen every day.
Just that sentence right there. Do you ever just go, you wake up and you go, wow, this is so cool what I do?
This project is definitely a dream project. And for Disney to even have me do this and allow me to do this, because I'm not a Disney artist, was very cool of them. I think it just worked out. And to have the first end credit song, when the movie finishes, as soon as the scene ends, you hear my voice kick in and I sing tripping out, spinning around, I'm underground, I fell down. It's like, a female vocalist singing that after watching the movie. It works out, I think, perfectly, and it's super cool. It was a really great project to be a part of. Johnny Depp starring in the film, and I'm so excited to see it.
The movie opens up on March 5th, by the way, and the compilation Almost Alice is available on March 2nd on iTunes and on CD, etc., etc. We've been watching you for so long. I mean, back in the days of Complicated and Skater Boy and all that stuff, and of course, you've gone from the look, and you had your own look back then with the tie and all that, and I know that's way in the past, but it brings to mind a question. I love asking artists this. Is there any piece of Avril Lavigne memorabilia, like your first guitar that you ever played in the studio, or
Your first tie.
that you have saved, that you keep somewhere? It's like, I want to save that forever.
I have every outfit from every video. I have every magazine cover, at least, and I keep all of that stuff. I have so much memorabilia.
Where do you keep all that? Where is it? Like in a big warehouse or in the basement?
It's away in storage and fireproof, waterproof cabinets. Yeah.
Cool. That's so cool.
That's cool.
And the interesting thing is, a lot of artists save this stuff, but it's not like you ever have time to go over to the fireproof, waterproof warehouse and dig through it and go, well, I remember that one. But you can't. But you got to keep it, right?
I hope one day when I'm older to maybe have a museum or something, whether it's back in Canada. I just think that'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
You never know. It's cool to keep that stuff.
That would be cool. Or you could
I always like going to museums and seeing stuff like that, like outfits people wore.
Do you have anything like in museums now? Is there you go to Hard Rock or something like that?
Yeah, I've signed guitars for the Hard Rock, and then I had my Complicated outfit, the full outfit, in their Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for years.
That's awesome. What an honor.
So you loan it to them and then they give it back to you after a while. Very cool.
I want it back.
Give me that back. I don't trust you guys with it.
There for a long time, yeah.
Avril, it was fun talking to you. It's nice to catch up, and good luck with the movie and the soundtrack. And Almost Alice the film opens on March 5th, and the compilation Almost Alice is available on March 2nd.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Avril.
Thanks. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care, Avril.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
More Dave online at DaveRyanShow.com.